How are all my beautiful friends doing today? I am very excited about this video. Today, I'm going to be sharing a product that was gifted to me. If you follow me over on Instagram or TikTok, you may have already seen a video regarding this product, but I wanted to test it out first before I brought it on the channel, and I absolutely love it. I was very impressed with this product. I was really nervous to try it. I have seen it over on TikTok. It went viral for the longest time, and I just kind of was hesitant to purchase it because you just never know what you see over there. So, yeah, they gifted it to me. And the way I work, the way I like to do my reviews is if something is gifted to me, I will test it out first. And if I don't like it, I will not just put it on the channel because I'm not out here to hurt brands at all. So sometimes they just don't work for me. And I just choose at that point not to share it unless it's absolutely horrible and I don't think it's a product that you should really be put on your face or try a product on your hair or something like that. So if a product is just not working for me and it was gifted, I just choose not to share it. But I did try this product and I absolutely love it. So if you want to see what that product is, please continue watching because we're about to get into all that right now. So like I mentioned, I know this might be a little controversial, how I like to review products. Now, if it's something that I purchase like at the drugstore or something online and I'm doing a review with other products, of course, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. But products that are gifted to me are usually from smaller, companies, brands, independent brands, and they worked really hard to come up with their product. And again, I'm just not out to hurt, small businesses or brands. So again, I just choose not to share them at that point. So if you want to know what this product is, again, it's been around since November of 23. It's called Maxine's Revenge French Face Concealer. You guys, I've been wanting to try this for so long. I've seen so many reviews on it. People were just going crazy about it. I watched her videos like obsessively over on, where, even though I've said it 100 times, but I'm going to be careful with that word. But yeah, I had seen her. She's absolutely a beautiful. And I will be telling you a little backstory about her because it's very interesting. So she was, what was it? The beauty director of Sephora back when they opened in 1998. And then she went for, to work for Smashbox, Too Faced. Then she went back to Sephora in Paris. And then she worked for Gucci in Paris. So she has, really seen a thing or two. And that's what, her makeup is based on. It's based for a mature skin that has seen a thing or two. And she has tried over 1,000 beauty and makeup ingredients and formulas. So again, she knows a thing or two about a thing or two. So this is what it comes in. It just looks like a normal concealers. And I was sent 3 shades because you can use it as your bronzer, and then your base and a highlighter. So I got 3 shades. I will talk about one of the shades. I just wish I would have chose something different. But anyway, it's a stretching concealer, so you don't have to use a lot. I made the mistake when I was making the video for Instagram and the other place, and I used way too much product because I forgot that it stretches. So it was designed for mature skin, over 40 skin. It has 69% hydration, 24% pigment. Again, that's why you don't need a lot of product, and 7% of blurring ingredients. So yeah, it's an amazing product. And I also want to mention that it launched in November of 23 over on, where Schmick, and it was sold out in January. So yeah, that is a pretty amazing. I told you it went viral over there. So what I'm going to do is a very simple look. It's going to be a French inspired. So the French just wear minimal makeup. They like doing just a very soft eye with a bold lip. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be a wear test because I do want to share with you how long it does wear. Again, like I mentioned, I have already tried this product, and I will say I did put Laura Geller over it. My baking foundation, again, I do that a lot. With, I don't know, just more softer complexion products. And it lasted amazing. But anything that I really use the Laura Geller with will last all day. So today I'm going to use a completely different powder, a powder that I normally don't wear. And I'm just going to set one side of the face. And we're going to see how it works with and without powder, just like I do with my wear test. So let's get into this. I've been yapping enough, but I did want to just really explain this product to you just so you are aware of the full capabilities. And again, it deserves, all of the information to be shared because again, she worked very, very hard for this formula. And I don't know if I mentioned her name is Leah. So just so you know, and I will put all her information in the description box below, along with all of the products I'm using and their links. They are affiliates. So I do get a small commission, and I truly, truly appreciate it when you do use my codes because it really does help me purchase future products for the channel to review. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, yeah. All right, so I think how I'm going to start this, because again, I'm just going to do a very minimal eye makeup. I'm actually going to start with this shade here by Maxine's Revenge, and this is in the shade, I believe it's medium sand. Now, like I was mentioning, this particular shade right here, I just wish I would have got like chestnut or something. This one is just very warm, and I do like a more red or cool tone undertone. So that's my only complaint, really. And it's not really a complaint. It's just my choice of color that I picked out. So I'm just actually going to use this on my eyes. I did this in the video, and it turned out really good. So I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and blend this out. Again, you do not need a lot, so be very, very careful. As you can see how very little I put on. I probably used too much again, but it's just one of those formulas that you really have to get used to because it is so pigmented. So let me know in the comments if you guys have heard of this particular brand. If you've seen my video by any chance over on Instagram or Schmick Schmack, and let me know what you guys have thought about it. Have you thought about purchasing it? Is it something that interests you as well? Now, I will say, I mean, look at that. Look, it is just crazy how pigmented it is. But the nice thing with this product at this point, using it on your eyelids, is you can also just use your fingers to blend it out. But let me know what you guys were thinking. And what I was going to say is, they're not super cheap. I think one of these is $30, but you can get away with just one and just use like your own bronzer if you don't want to buy 3 different shades, because like I mentioned lately, I have just been using my foundation or whatever I'm using as a base under my eyes as my concealer, and I just feel like it's more natural. I don't like to go super light anymore because I think it just really accentuates or kind of grays out any darkness I have. So yeah, I just been laying low with my concealer. Okay, I am going to set this just slightly. And what I'm going to use is just this little e.l.f. Palette here. And this one is called, the bite-sized one, Truffles. So I'm just going to use my favorite shade in here, that one. And I'm just going to really just set that shade and just add a little bit of color to it. And also with this look, with this eye look, just to calm it down a little bit, is I'm going to go in with just a little bit of translucent powder. This is by LYS, and this is the powder I'm going to be using today to just set my entire face. But I'm just going to place that just along the edge here, just to really smooth out those edges. Okay, and then what I'm going to use is my shimmer is this. I just been loving this. I just see mixed reviews on this product here by Elf. I love it. I just think it's very versatile. You can really just soften it, just use it as a topper, or you can build up on it. And I think it gets pretty, pigmented. I love the packaging and everything. So I am going to place, quite a bit on my finger, about that much. And then I'm just going to go in and just tap instead of swipe because actually this is still a little tacky because I did avoid that area with any of the powder products just for that reason, just so it really grips to the concealer I placed down. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's just very soft and subtle. And I am going to build up on it and just bring it up more towards the center of my eye, just so you can see it, just a light dusting. Look at that again. It's just so pretty. I really love this product. It looks really pretty over, any eyeshadow that you do place. I have used it again as a topper. So if I have like an eyeshadow that just looks too, blah, or, a shimmer that looks blah, I will place that over it. It just gives it that extra vibrance that I'm looking for. And that is about it. That's all I'm going to do with the eyeshadow part. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use, where is it? I know I brought it down. I am going to line my eye just a little bit. And what I'm going to use is this here. I've been using these like crazy. It's by Ravat. These were also sent to me and I absolutely love them. These are eyeliners. Again, these were designed for mature skin, but anyone can use these. I mean, it's an eyeliner. I don't know the concept behind that, but I just love how long wearing they are. And I will say they do glide over the eyelid very easy. And today I'm just going to use the shade gray. So let me just show you. I'm going to swatch this just so you can see what that looks like. It's just a little softer than a black. So I am going to place that very close, as close as I can, to my lash line. And I don't think I'm going to do a wing or anything today. I'm just going to really deepen up the lash line. And then I am going to really just kind of wiggle it in between my lashes. I'm not putting it on the waterline as much as possible. But see how they just deepened up that lash line? It's not super dramatic, but just enough. And you really can tell when I apply my mascara. So I'm just going to do my other eye. I'll come back and we'll get into these complexion products. Okay, so I just blotted my T-zone with some blotting sheets, and I am going to place a pore filler. I always do. So the one I'm going to be using is this one here. I just been loving this pore filler by Milani. It's called their Conceal and Perfect. It comes with a cute little spoon that I think is needed. I remember stating that I thought it was gimmicky. No, I really appreciate it. As you can see, you guys, I've just been using it every single day. And I literally take, there's like a little bit, I don't know, like a little spoon type thing. And I put that amount in there and it just seems to be the perfect amount. So then I go in and just really press that into the pores. And then I like placing it just along my fine line up there, or not fine line, my deep line up there. I'm really pressing it in there, and it does kind of conceal fine lines as well. So I'm just going to really press that into the pores, and it really does control my oils all day. It's so soothing when you place it. It's just very cooling. So let me know if you've tried this product out. I just absolutely love it. Okay, so again, I'm going to go into this shade here, the medium sand, and I'm going to be a little more careful this time. So I'm going to place, I'm just going to start out light. I can always add to this, and I'm going to place it just everywhere that I normally would. Make sure to get my jawline, and I do like placing a little bit on the nose. But as you can see, yeah, it's a little warm. Again, I think I am going to order one of these in chestnut because I just think I would absolutely love that shade. On the website, it just, you get nervous. You're like, oh gosh. Is it going to be too light? And I was even nervous about this shade because I was like, oh gosh, it's going to be too warm. And I was right. So, yep, live and learn. But it's still a pretty decent shade for me. As you can see, it just blends out very easily. Um, and there's coverage. That's what's nice about it. So it's not just like a bronzer. You're getting the coverage. Even though it's a concealer, again, if you think about the ingredients, it's a stretchable product. So it just has a lot of pigment, but it's just you'll see what the finish is. It's so beautiful. I can't even, especially if you want to see it in different lighting, go check out the video that I placed on either Schmick or Instagram, and you will see, just in different lighting, what it looks like. Okay, I think I applied a way more decent amount than that one day. Yeah, it was pretty pretty embarrassing, but I kept the video because it's a learning curve, and I do like keeping those kind of things in my video because it's going to happen, to somebody. They're going to do the same exact thing as I did, and that way you can see how to fix it, what went wrong, and what you could do to make it work. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And now I'm going to go in with my base shade. So it's all the same formula. And this is in the shade a light beige. And then what I do is just go where I'm not going to place the highlight. So, you don't have to be super strategic. It's not going to really, hurt anything. But I do, try to be a little aware of where I'm placing this. Oh, I forgot this side. So again, that's all I'm going to need. Look at that. Shocking. Okay, so now I'm going to switch up brushes. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics. And I'm just going to blend this in. And I'm just going to go right beneath the line or my eye, because I do want that shade right here. And I'm also going to go right here. And as you can see, I'm trying to avoid a little bit where that bronzer is. Now, that other day when I applied way too much of the bronzer, you could go over that and really just soften it up, just so it's not insane. So I'm just going to finish this up. But it's such a lightweight product. Like, I feel like I'm not applying anything. That is the one thing I have to get used to. I feel like there's no product that I'm just tapping my brush. And you tend to want to use more product because of that reason. And, that is the one thing I have to get used to, is that you do not need a lot of product, and you got to just be very, very careful. So look at that. You guys seen how little I used. You can always go back if you need to add more product or anything like that, but definitely go in slow. Okay, and then for my highlight shade, I got a light peach. So let me just show you the wand. I don't even think I showed you that. So, it just looks like a typical concealer, a wand, because you don't need a lot of product. I'm going to say that 100 times, but I just really want to make you, aware that you really do not need a lot of product. So I'm just going to place that where I want some highlight. And I'm just going to place that on my inner corner here, because you guys seen I did place that other shade under the eye. And then I'm going to put this on the corners. I'm going to put it a little bit on my Cupid's bow and down that line here. Right here, because I do want to bring that forward a little bit. And then I'm going to really carve out this area here and just place a little bit there, and on my chin, just a little bit more on my chin. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same brush, my foundation brush, and I'm going to tap that in. Or at this point, you could use a sponge. It applies beautifully with a sponge as well. So I'm just going to, and you'll see how quickly this blends in. I mean, look at this. I am almost done. Now I am going to switch up and I am going to go into my sponge and just really tap this out here because again, I do not like tons of product under my eye. Now I do, oh gosh, this one is under the eyes. I feel like it's a little bit more, I don't know, it just depends on the day. Sometimes I feel like I do need to set it and then sometimes I don't. So just, evaluate each day as it comes. Everybody's skin does change. I think, day by day. And that's why I always evaluate. That's why I always evaluate if I do need to set under the eyes. And let me come closer so you guys can see what this looks like. And again, you can always add more bronzer. You can go over what you have on. You can use like a powder bronzer, anything like that. But right now, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Oh gosh, you guys, this lighting, I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. All right, so now I'm going to go into, I'm going to apply some cream. What is this? Blush. Oh, yeah. And this, I get this on Amazon. How cute is this? It's brony. And this is in the shade, just has a 404. It really doesn't have a name. So what I think I'm going to do is just place a little bit on the back of my hand instead of going in on my face with it. But look how cute it is. It looks like a nail polish. So it is just so cute. I had these forever and I absolutely love them. So that is the shade right here. And I'm just going to take my BK brush and I'm going to blend that really good into the bristles. And let's just tap this in. And I haven't used this in a long time, so I'm excited to see what the shade is. Ooh, this is so pretty. Look at that. I forgot how amazing these are. I say this every time I use it, and I forget to bring it out more often because they are absolutely stunning. And that is just the most universal, beautiful shade. So again, I'm doing this through the colder months. I'm just kind of going just under the eye. Also, what I think I'm going to do is just place a little bit right here on the edge of my, on the outer edge here of my eye. And that way it just kind of looks really cohesive with this blush. Okay, so everything is looking beautiful. I don't feel like I need to add any more bronzer, maybe just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, just place a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to go back in with my bronzing brush, but this time I'm just going to put it lightly in my bristles and just deepen everything up just slightly. Now, again, you could put down the base a shade first and then put it on your bronzer. It's just a preference. Okay, so now I'm just going to curl my lashes, and the mascara I brought down is another gifted product. This is by Swede Cosmetics. I have brought this on the channel I don't know how many times. I absolutely love this mascara. Yeah, it's kind of like a one and done type deal. And yeah, you can get away with one coat. I might do one or two coats today, but anyway, this is what we're using today. This is the wand right here. So this one, you got to be a little careful with it because it's not as easy to clean up. It doesn't flick away really good if it gets on the lower part, like if it's near any concealer. I did, have found that out. Now, if it does transfer on the upper lid, it's fine. It's just very bizarre. Okay, so that's 2 coats of the mascara. As you can see, it's very nice. I think you guys know how much I love this mascara. Let's finish the eye look a little bit. I do want to add a little something to it. So I'm just going to go back into the e.l.f. palette and go back in to this shade right here. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit on my lower lash line, just to add a little bit of something under there. It just needs something. I'm just not used to seeing, very minimal makeup on me. So I just feel like that did enough. So let's get into setting the face. And what I think I'm going to do is just set this side, the right side. So I always have to remember what side I set. And what I'm going to use is this, like I mentioned, my LYS. I used this the other day and I couldn't believe how smoothing it actually was. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and let's just go in and lightly dust everything. And I think I'm just going to set this under eye and not this under eye just to see how much creasing there can be. But if you set it with powder, the other day it did not crease. So again, I'm really going to buff that into the nose. So this is the finish with and without a powder. So let me come closer. That's with the powder and without. So I feel like I do need a little bit more blush. What do you guys think? Yeah, I just want to put a little bit more color into my face. So I'm going to use this here, my e.l.f. And this is the Primer Infused Blush. And this was in Always a Rosy. So I'm just going to apply a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy. Just enough to add a little bit of color back into my cheeks. And this is such a beautiful, again, very neutral or universal a shade. So, and that's all I'm going to do. I just wanted to add a little bit. So again, this side is set, and I also am going to set this side with a setting spray. So I'm going to take my little Dollar Tree fan here and just set this side. Okay, so like I mentioned, the French like to do very minimal makeup, but with a very bold lip. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And to line my lips, I'm going to use this here by Believe Beauty. And this is in the shade So Chic. How perfect is that? So it is a retractable lip liner. So let's see how bold this is going to be. And I can't remember this formula. Pretty pigmented, but reds tend to be. But it's very creamy. And this is one of those reds that have like a blue undertone. So it's more on the pink side. Oh, those can be very dangerous. So I'm just going to be very careful with this because I can mess this up really quickly. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to use this here by Rabi Beauty. This was also gifted to me. And this is in the shade Rose. So this is like her red or version of red. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And what I love about her lipsticks is you can go in really sheer and have it look one shade and then, keep building it up and it just gets more bold the more that you put on. So let me just do one coat. I mean, that's pretty bold. This is one of her most pigmented formulas, I think, or shades. And it's absolutely stunning. And I love the shine that it gives off. So I'm going to build up on this. If you find like around your lip line, it's a little choppy after applying your lipstick and lip liner, you can always go in with like a lip brush and really smooth around those edges. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. Let me come closer so you guys can see the finish of this beautiful Maxine Revenge French Face Concealer. Again, this side is not a set. And I really want you to take a look under the eyes. This side is set with powder. This side is not. So we're going to really pay attention what this looks like. But again, you know what I forgot to mention is the stretching capabilities of this concealer. Is the reason why she wants it to stretch is because when other makeup, it will settle into your wrinkles, when you move your face and smile. So this is going to stretch with your facial movement. Like if I do this, it's not going to settle in lines. It's going to stretch with them. So let me see. Yeah, it's not settling whatsoever. it just looks so beautiful. So what I'm going to do is run upstairs. I'm going to share with you what it looks like in natural lighting. And then, I'll wait as long as possible. Hopefully 8 hours at least. We'll come back and take a look what it looks like then. Okay, so this is what it looks like in natural lighting. As you can see how natural it looks. It's just very light and airy. It's not super cakey, thick, it doesn't look like I have a mask on. You can still see my imperfections peeking through. You can still see, fine lines and wrinkles, but it's not settling in them. I just think it just looks just very, I don't know, natural. Now this side I did set with powder and a setting spray, if you remember. So let's see if we can tell a huge difference in the two sides. I can't right now, but I might during editing. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This side has the powder under the eyes. This side doesn't. So, but yeah, I just think it just looks very nice on the skin. Again, it's not cakey and heavy, and I just feel like it's not going to settle. Even around here, it doesn't feel greasy and nothing. It just feels like I have nothing on my face. Honestly, it truly does. So, but we're going to see how long it lasts. And again, like I mentioned, I'll be back downstairs in about 8 hours. Hopefully we'll make it that long. So yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in a bit. Okay, I forgot to mention that I finished at 12 o'clock earlier today, and it's now 7:57, so we almost made it to the 8 hour mark. But I did want to finish early today because I have to edit this video because I really want this to go out tomorrow. So let me come closer so you guys can take a really good look at what the makeup looks like. So if you remember, I did set this side with the powder and this side has none. So it's a little shiny right now, except this side is less shiny, but the makeup is still on my face. The only place that I'm seeing some kind of wear, but it's so minimal and it looks still pretty good. It doesn't look like it's kind of, I don't know, separating or anything like that, is on my nose. And that's, very common. If you've been around here for a while, that's very common for me. But it's not settling in any of my lines and wrinkles at all. Even around my nose, it's not gathering at all. Even this side where it's more shiny than this side. The under eyes, I really don't think it made a difference with the powder at all. If you guys are seeing it, then let me know in the comments. But when I looked in my 10 times mirror, I really don't see, actually the side that has the powder, I think is more, I don't know, more crepey, if anything. But if you have to call it something, I would say the side with the powder looks actually a little worse than this side that didn't have any powder. So other than that, though, the makeup is still pretty much on my chin. And like I said, even the parts that are fading, it just looks, I don't know. It's not, like I'm saying or said earlier, it's not separating. It's just kind of fading. So I think it looks absolutely beautiful still, even though it, like I said, it's a little shiny. I think it just looks healthy and glowy. So I absolutely love this makeup. I think it wears beautifully. I think it looks really beautiful on mature skin. If you have oily skin, I think I would definitely set it with something, because as you can see, especially through here where I do get oily, it has become a pretty shiny. But other than that, I'm super happy that they sent it to me. I definitely will continue using it. It's definitely something that I will always have in my collection, just like my Laura Geller, I believe. All right, you guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button. It truly helps me out. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much. And if you do enjoy this type of video, I have tested a lot of different foundations to see how long they wear, and maybe one that you've been looking into, I have tested out. So you can check out that playlist coming up right now.